you crazy. I think you're crazy. I think you're crazy. Just like me. WEFM, the new fresh sound. Rise and shine. Let's get ready to take on the day. Activated Mornings on WEFM 99.9 is on now.
Welcome back, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The time is 7:45. You're listening to Ari and Christal, and we are Activated Mornings this morning. Christal, before we continue, I just had to shout out Mikhail this morning, aka Moon. Moon is in charge of Planet Soca, and today's Moon's birthday. So happy birthday, Moon. Hope you do enjoy, and hope you enjoy yourself today. I know it's in the cold of where you are, but you should be able to enjoy yourself. For those of you just joining us, we are discussing the SVG Teachers Union response to the money non-disbursement claim. So a claim was made on WEFM's Issue at Hand program by the first Vice President, Nicole Martindale, who is challenging Oswald Robinson for the position of president. Martindale spoke about $20,000 that was pledged to the union, but claims the SVGTU received only $1,800. Robinson responded and he said that during the radiothon, there were a few committee members who were delegated with tasks for the initiative, and some of those members, for whatever reason, did not show up. Nevertheless, we took that effort. If it was $800 received and we had 212 teachers dismissed, you do the maths. Each teacher would have gotten approximately $8.49. It was an executive decision to put that money aside until they could source more funds for the teachers, as it made no sense having persons travel from different corners of SVG to receive $8.49. Excuse me. Robinson said during the height of COVID-19 pandemic, when teachers were dismissed, the union made efforts to support them, and that was very early o'clock. I think it was coming to the close of December when the mandate was imposed. He said that the union also gave a second portion of monetary support early in 2023, adding that around that time, the union was paying legal fees for the case of dismissed teachers, which the union recently paid in the amount of $30,000. He said that it is disappointing that someone can go to the media and make a statement attacking the union's accountability and transparency, but not what happened. Every single cent has been in the union's accounts. They are audited. We have our financial auditor and our external auditors. Christal, what's your thought? All right, Christal, you're muted at the moment.
That.
There we go.
No echo, right?
No, we're good.
Okay, great. But what she said was not incorrect because Robinson did not defute her statement. I think what might have been upsetting was that it was mentioned. So I don't see how attacking the reputation and the accountability of the union is a big issue if she did not lie. Now, I think what is interesting to note here is that if she doesn't win, then she will no longer be part of the union, because she's the first vice president and she's contesting for the presidency, and today is the second day of the elections, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And if she wins, then Robbie would no longer be part of the union either. In a way, I'm not sure if this is an indication or what is transpiring now is an indication of a bit of disgruntlement within the executive. So it might be best to just separate the two if this is the outcome. But another part of the story says, so one part says $1,800, but the other union's union rep said 4,022 was given to one union, 4,022 was given to the teachers. So was it 4,022 or was it $1,800? What is the correct figure?
They said that just over 10,000 was received. Well, this also attending the press conference, the president of the Public Service Union (PSU), Elroy Boucher, who explained that while $20,000 was pledged, just over $10,000 was received. So, like you correctly said, the record would show that the Public Service Union received 4,000, the Teachers Union received the same amount, and the welfare received 2,000. But it's kind of confusing because even the press secretary is saying she doesn't know if it's 1,800 or 18,000.
That he said because she was listening.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if it was 1,800 or 18,000, but an amount was quoted that we received and that was not given. So that's what the let me
So how much money? Because
moderator. Yeah, the moderator said that. So it's kind of
right.
confusing.
So here's another thing, right? If you look at the statement that was made, the quotation is um nevertheless, we took that effort. If it is $1,800 received, we had 212 teachers dismissed. You do the maths. Each teacher would have gotten approximately $849. But he said, if it is $1,800,
$8.49.
right? Right. So approximately 849. But he said, if it is $1,800 received, he didn't say it was $1,800 received. But down here it says the other union, public service union, Elra Bolcher, said just over $10,000 was received collectively and they had to split it. Well, PSU got 4,022. The teachers union received the same amount. Now, my other question is, if the PSU was able to split up that money based on priority, why couldn't the teachers union do the same?
Who knows? But then if you do the calculation, that's $18 per teacher.
Right. So what the PSU said is that they looked at the list and those persons who needed it the most, they were given. So $4,022 could have maybe like three people. I don't know. I don't know how they could have. Oh man, piece of cloth in my hand. Sorry.
We also don't know if they could have come to a solution, because it could be that the teachers would argue that all of them need it. So we don't know what exactly was the final decision. I don't know if I agree with she should have gone to the program and said that they only receive $1,800. I don't think it reflects well on the union, whether it's the truth or not. The election for teachers for the union, is it internal or external?
I think it's internal.
Exactly. So
I'm not
if it's
sure.
internal, what's the point of bringing it to the public if it sounds like they're having an internal issue with the small funds that they received?
But the teachers union is not just a body for itself. I think it has a certain level of national importance. So I feel like there are certain things that the public, I don't see the wrong or ill in the public knowing about these things, because they would also need support from the public, won't they?
Yeah,
During the
that
vaccine
is
mandate
true.
saga, they were looking to the public for support. So, I mean, in terms of transparency, you should not have a problem with stating. Um, while we had a drive to try to raise $20,000 to try to raise money, $20,000 was pledged, but only $10,000 was received because persons, I mean, they could have addressed that as well. Okay, you guys pledged. We are asking that you actually fulfill the commitment and pay up XYZ because the teachers need ABCD, whatever. I don't see anything wrong with that information being out to the public, though.
I don't think it reflects well, because if it's just 212 teachers, I think a meeting could have been held and maybe a debate, and you find out exactly how it is that you want to disperse these funds. But bringing it to the public, it paints the picture that the union or the union head is being unethical in his dealings, and he's not fulfilling his duties. Now, if that is the case, right, And the teachers union, if I stand to be corrected, is in place to protect, fight for, to ensure that teachers are receive the rights that are legally afforded to them. If it is that it seems like there's a disconnect in the union, then how would it be that teachers would have faith in the same union? And
Mhm.
it is happening in election time. When did this happen? When did the issue? When did the funds? When were the funds dispersed towards the different groups? Okay,
Uh,
the date
let me
isn't
see, I
here.
think 2022. Charles said the
So
comment, it's in the article. Charles said the comment was in relation to $20,000
the
received by the
radiothon
union
was in, yeah, the radiothon was
during
in
July
2022.
2022.
But you don't know when the money is. But let's assume that it's 2022, right? 2 years after, two years after. Only when it's election time is when it's coming up. It's distasteful to me, at least.
Mhm. I didn't listen to the program,
Neither
so
did I.
it may have been that. What if Robinson, and I really should go back and
Mhm.
what if he said something that triggered her response? So what if he was
Let's
talking
answer
about,
that.
you know, I'm like, okay. So she said, no, that is not true. I mean, to really answer and speak to that, you'd have to listen to the full interview.
Yeah, we definitely need to, because this article could just be a clip from the interview. We don't know the full context in what she was speaking about. But that is what they chose to respond to. And I do believe that, I don't know, me personally, I believe that as a professional, there's just certain things, depending on the offices you hold, you don't bring to the public to sow seeds of what's the word that I'm looking for? You just don't want the
Discontent.
public to believe that the union is not doing their job.
Doing a job and having infighting might be two different things, but
But
over the
based on this, it sounds
years,
like they're not doing their job.
over the maybe it's somebody who wants the job to be done better, so that's why they're trying to um do what they see as necessary.
Yeah, but
And that would speak to any and
you
anybody.
as the vice president, you have a platform. Seeds of deceit. Thank you. As the vice president, you have a platform. It's not like you're placed in the union and you don't really have a voice. You do have a voice.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, I'm not going to speak to any specific individual. Hopefully, they sort out their issues and we'll see the results for the elections. A lot
But
of elections in the air.
it's for the
So,
betterment of the teachers. So hopefully,
right.
hopefully the teachers get the proper answers that they're looking for, whether it is the correct amount of money that was stated, whatever it is. I do hope that everything is sorted out, because it is for the benefit of those teachers who weren't being paid during the time when they were protesting the vaccination. Um, well, I really forgetting what was it. You have to excuse me. I was
I have a question though while you gather
Chinese
yours.
letters. I forget normal words.
Why if Boucher
Yes.
could have stated the exact amount
Mhm.
that was received and distributed to the various unions, why did the I'm not too sure what the results of well, as it stands, still the president. Why did the president have to say if it were $1,800? Why couldn't he affirmatively say this was the figure? Doesn't that lend itself to a lack of transparency?
Yes, that does, because if it is now in the public and you didn't and you're not addressing it transparently, then that is the problem. That, I agree, is a problem, because it's already in the public and you decided that you're going to respond to it. But even in responding to it, you're not
Said
being
if.
transparent. You're saying if you're saying 18 18 $1,800 received, it would have been. So why are you doing the maths of a figure that you're not confident in?
Hmm. So is there some merit to all of this? You know, I find teachers they have a lot of drama. Over the past couple of years, there's been a lot of drama. COVID-19, pre-COVID-19, Post COVID-19 drama. I don't know. It's just a bit of drama. Too much, if you ask me. I don't know if most of the drama comes around elections, but there's so much drama out
You know,
there. Yeah.
no matter what the elections are, there always gonna be drama around the elections. But like you said, Crystal, I really do hope that they figure out a way moving forward, and that those 212 teachers, if it is that they decided that they want the union to put aside the money, they do that, or if it is that they decide they want the money, they just have the money disposed to them.
Give it
But the
back.
time is, what was that?
Give it back. Give it back.
But the time is now 8 o'clock. And Simmons and the Grenadines, and your time check was brought to you by New Haven Funeral Home.
Death is a fact of life. Even though death is a